Hello and welcome. I can't.
What?
Welcome to episode 4.007, First Light of the Commentators. I'm your host, Alec Townsend, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Derek Harris.
Pow, pow. Here we are. Good to be back.
We are here, and it is great to be back. Also joining us is our guest that's not special, Jason Cooperside. And we have a soundboard now, so that's going to be fun.
Yep. Beautiful.
I am not to be trusted with soundboards.
No, apparently neither am I, because I can't even hold it in.
No, this is the entire point. This is the entire point.
Okay, perfect. You have reached the premier podcast all about medieval torture devices.
Ooh.
Oh, I can talk about this.
Well, that's why you're here, to talk about medieval torture devices. I am repping my shirt for the podcast, the original medieval torture device, the dragon.
Oh, okay. Listen up, you little shit. That's not a torture device.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
You send people to the dragon. Straight to the dragon with you.
Derek, I don't think he should be on this program.
No, I don't. I'm starting to question his credibility as well.
Hey, man, this is why we're here, to talk about medieval torture devices. And the OG medieval torture device, the dragon, is here. How many people were afraid of the dragon?
Okay, how many people are afraid of clowns or spiders, but they're not torture devices?
Yes.
Spiders? Snakes?
Spiders don't do it for me. Snakes, yeah, I can't do snakes.
Does that mean that it is a torture device?
Yes.
It's not a device. It is a living creature.
It's a scary little noodle.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention to you guys. There's a little button. This is presentation mode. That opens up the cam or autofocus stuff. That's what's going to be uploaded for your information. You can still access the soundboard as well.
Say that again.
So there's a little button above the three side-by-side cameras that says presentation mode. That goes full screen and is basically the video that will be uploaded.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You gave me this. You gave me this.
I did.
So it's gonna be there, and I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. I have zero self-control when it comes to these things, so that wasn't me. My hands were here.
Yeah, hands up above.
I'm just gonna keep my hands up, so you know it won't be me.
Okay, but then how are you gonna use the soundboard?
Oh!
For everyone else tuning in, you can queue up sounds on the soundboard and have a delay.
Can you?
It's Trixie. I'm Trixie.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't remember doing that. Oh, shit.
So
Iron Maiden, though, classic.
Oh, classic.
Iron Maiden killed people. It wasn't a torture device.
I mean, so did dragons, but here we are.
Okay, then I was in a museum one time, and they had this one thing. It was like oh my gosh, chastity belt, and it had a lot of spikes going right into your wing.
Yeah, but that doesn't kill you.
That's just a normal Tuesday.
See, but this is what I'm saying. Torture device is a relative term. I would love a dragon.
Yeah? Well,
give me a dragon.
Now, a full-blown dragon, or do you want just like mini dragon?
I'll fully blow a dragon. What?
All right, we are a video game podcast. I don't know if you guys could tell, but we are not a medieval torture podcast. We are a video game and other video game related accessories podcasts.
And chastity belts.
And chastity belts, where we talk about video games and chastity belts for at least an hour, if not more. What's been going on with you guys lately?
I was napping before this.
Cool,
nice.
Cool.
Was it a good nap?
I didn't realize it happened, so I guess
That's an impressive nap. I don't know if I've ever just like knocked out without at least subconsciously knowing it.
Yeah, I'm not a napper. If I go to nap intentionally, it's going to be like a minimum of 4 hours.
That's just sleep.
So I think this was just my brain saying, "Hey, you need to chill for a second."
Yeah, sleep's good.
So that's not a nap. A nap is like, the ideal nap is 15, 30 minutes, and then you're done.
You shut your mouth.
No, I'm serious. That is the ideal nap. If it's more than an hour, you're sleeping. And you're going to wake up feeling groggy and sleepy.
No, you get a full cycle in hour and a half-ish.
Yes, fine. If you follow your circadian rhythm, yes.
Yeah.
Also, if you're built different, you can hit REM in 15.
Damn.
I have done it before. There have been nights where I have gone to sleep, had a full dream, and woke up within 30 minutes.
Me too.
Dude, I can have a dream within like a minute. I have these like micro dreams sometimes, like literally within like 10 seconds. It's pretty cool.
How clearly do you guys remember your dreams? Because I have dreams that show up in like trilogies every now and then.
If it's one of those where like I go to bed, I dream, they're super vivid, like right away.
Okay.
They're super extremely vivid, but it happens.
I have this really great trilogy one where me and my brothers are vying for rule over the empire, and we constantly keep killing each other, but somehow keep coming back.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
All right, you have come to the commentators therapy session where we talk about our guests wanting to murder their own family members. Derek, would you like to?
This is a certified hood classic.
This is a certified hood classic. Now, Derek, take us into this man's psyche.
Let's see. I know his brother reasonably well, and I too want to kill him. Wait, does he listen? He doesn't listen, right? There's no way he listens, right?
I'm gonna tell him.
Oh, I will too. We're all gonna tell him. He's gonna know.
Alec talks to my brother more than I do.
Probably.
Not probably, like for a fact.
Oh yeah, well they play WoW.
He hasn't been playing too much lately, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
As they all will.
As they all will. My dishwasher died. And
Why'd you kill it?
Because I'm an adult, like that's something I have to take care of now, which isn't fun. I don't know. It's just we were hearing water drip down through my walls in the basement.
Oh shit!
Which is not something you want. We have some water damage on the ceiling.
Yeah, you gotta get that shit checked out, man.
So I was like, sure that would have been a plumbing issue, right? You'd think. Called plumbers. Within like 5 minutes, they're like, no, it's the dishwasher. That'll be $100. It's like, cool.
Gotta pay them for coming out, absolutely.
Cool. So yeah, now we get to go find a new dishwasher. So hit me up with those dishwasher racks.
I've got a GE and it's been pretty solid.
Okay. Is it generally electrical?
I mean, I guess it does use electricity and uses water. The water heater I think is gas, so that's not generally electric.
Well, but I mean, generally the rest of it is.
Yes, okay. And honestly, we've had this thing we live in an apartment, but it's been the same one for like 5.5 years, and it's been solid. So
cool. I
would actually recommend it.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. Do you know Frigidaire makes dishwashers?
Everyone makes dishwashers, man.
I don't.
Frigidaire. I've seen you make a dishwasher before.
I'm also going full blown weeb. I've started my journey back into learning Japanese. For all the Japanese that I'm going to use throughout my life. There's a little game I got. I'll talk about it later. But my eventual goal is to play Kingdom Hearts in Japanese.
And that game is waifus for laifu.
Yeah. That is my waifu for laifu. That one is too. That one I picked that one too. And,
I choose you.
Yeah. Hey, that was in the vows.
Actually, it was.
You were there.
And then you threw a Pokeball at her really hard, and that was kind of not called for. That was a bit much.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I caught her. She's still here. She just laughed. It's fine.
I gotta ask though, why are you learning Japanese? Is this literally just the Kingdom Hearts thing?
Just for fun.
Okay.
I feel like I consume a decent amount of Japanese media. That it's fine. It'd be nice to play in the native listen, whatever. Also, sure. I gotta say, Japanese metalcore hits so hard.
I will second that. Actually,
it's Japanese so good.
Baby metal and metal pop and metalcore, all of it is fantastic.
Damn.
They know their classic rock and roll and metal instruments very well. It's awesome.
Fair beans.
Cool. Anyone else have anything?
Ain't got shit, son.
Cool.
I will be joining Alec on his learning Japanese journey once I'm done consuming everything I need to for my new job, but it'll be like the third or fourth time that I've sat down and started working on it. So hopefully this time I stick with it.
So you guys both had to take a language in high school / grade school. Is this harder than that?
Oh, like, yeah. Dude, Japanese sucks.
I imagine it's pretty tricky.
It sucks.
Honestly, as far as like caricature driven languages go, Japanese is probably one of the easier ones to learn. And it's largely due to how they have their various, like every word is made up of smaller phonetic words that act as syllables in a sense.
Sure.
So once you start to learn those, you can actually just kind of dissect every word you hear or read for the most part. But there's like 4 different ways to read Japanese, and they're all they're not interchangeable with each other technically. Like they all have different caricature sets for their actual meanings.
Yeah, there's like a base like this symbol sounds like this symbol sounds like this. And then that's for Japanese related things. There's that same thing, complete different set of characters for like a foreign kind of concept. And then you have the like kind of Chinese derived symbols. That's just a whole nother world of hell to experience. You need to learn.
Alec, quickly.
I can't see it. Ni.
Correct.
This is really hard to see, dude.
Correct.
E.
Correct.
I think that's she.
Yep.
Ro.
Yep.
Yo.
Yep.
Ku.
Yep.
Ka.
Yep.
Sa.
No.
Is that?
That is chi. This is chi.
Yeah. Na.
Yep.
No.
You were close. Your first instinct was correct. It's O.
Oh, okay. It's hard. Like I can't see the full thing on this.
Yep.
It takes like 20 seconds to get into view. I don't know on that one. Ku?
Sa.
Is that? Ooh.
Yes. Okay. That's not bad. That was pretty good.
See, I'm getting there. I'm doing it.
Can we just comment on the fact that this motherfucker had Japanese characters flashcards just ready to go?
I told you, man, this isn't my first time going through this.
Yeah, honestly, the first time I went through
second
this,
set. It's a lot thicker.
Yeah, the first time I went through this, I think I was just really, I didn't know what I was getting into, and I think I got discouraged pretty quickly because there's just a lot that goes into it.
That is my exact first experience going through it. I didn't exactly understand the different layerings of it, and once I did, it was like, oh damn, that's a lot. Well, I'm going to go do something else now.
Yeah.
The second time I started it, I knew what I was walking into. And that's when I made these flashcards. I even have a notebook with a bunch of phrases and stuff written down. So I've got reference material.
Very nice.
We're doing it. We're going to be fluent in 4 years.
Well,
my goal is to get to at least an N3 so that I can travel to Japan without offending them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We can travel. We can travel as a family unit. Cool. Let's move on. If no one else has anything to say, okay, movies and stuff. We can start with the show that Derek spoiled last episode, Daredevil.
My bad. My B. Once again, terribly sorry about that. I cannot apologize enough.
So it was in the last episode. It wasn't like the end all season finale though.
Still though. And then we lost the beginning of the record.
So I mean, at least nobody else experienced the spoilers.
Yes, true.
I still think it was a really good show. The only thing I find weird about these kind of shows is they won't kill the person, but they'll like brutally hit and potentially murder any grunt out there.
Oh,
fuck yeah.
Where's the line? Like Batman and Joker, like Joker's killed how many countless people?
10, at least.
But Batman's like, nah. Although he did break his back. Actually,
I
no.
was watching Peacemaker. I just fired that up not too long ago, and there was a perfect explanation about Batman and these guys from Peacemaker. He has his father's neighbor asks him, where's his litany of supervillains? And he goes, I don't have a litany because they're 6 fucking feet under. Batman releases the Joker and lets him kill another 35,000 people. Why would I do that? I think it's just a morals thing.
It is a moral quandary.
Certainly.
But like I've watched a lot of these guards just like look pretty lifeless after Daredevil got hit by them. You're telling me like none of those guys are getting down for the count?
Yeah, but sleeping. He doesn't know their names, so they're just
so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it's like that. It's like that in all Batman video games. Like, he's really fucking some people up. Like, there's no doubt that guy's dead.
Exactly.
Who cares if you paralyze someone for the rest of their life as long as they're alive?
He's okay. He's not too busy today.
I mean, at that point, maybe he should kill them.
That's a different moral quandary.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. If Batman is paralyzing a significant portion of the population, I mean, is not he the villain now? Like, I
don't know.
So the social safety net can only do so much.
Do villains deserve the same level of care in these universes if they've killed many people?
I mean, according to Batman, yes. Batman and Daredevil, yes. Hey, not to get too sidetracked here, but Jason, yes. Aquaman versus Daredevil in a dark aquarium. Who wins? I think any guest we just asked this question at this point.
No, absolutely.
Well, okay. I can see
don't think too hard.
No, I can think of several situations in which Daredevil easily destroys him.
Easily.
But if we also consider the fact that darkness clearly doesn't affect Aquaman, because when you get down to the depths in the ocean that like where his whole species is living, like it's pretty fucking dark at that point. So they clearly have at least like some high level dark vision. I don't think that the darkness would really be 100% like in Daredevil's favor. But it is a fucking aquarium, and the glass on those enclosures is a lot. And even if you broke it open, there's a lot of space to fill before the water can actually be deep enough to be advantageous for him. However, if he can lure Daredevil to like the scaffolding above the enclosures where they do a lot of the maintenance and a lot of the cleaning from, and get him into the water, then Daredevil's just fucked.
Just put a sexy kingpin on a fish. I
think it would be out of 5 fights, 3 go to Daredevil, 2 go to Aquaman.
Okay.
It's the situation in which Aquaman can put himself in an advantageous place is
4-1, man.
Hard.
4-1.
I honestly think that is probably one of the more well thought out Aquaman versus Daredevil scenarios.
You also have to consider that Aquaman is not just a normal person. Like, yeah, Daredevil is sweet that he can like kind of almost read the future in the way that he can read people's heartbeats and stuff. Doesn't Aquaman have like 3 hearts? And he's also like super human, like way beyond superhuman strength.
Yeah, no, I don't know about the 3 hearts thing, but he does have like superhuman strength and stuff. So yeah, Aquaman does have superpowers, whereas Daredevil is blind and has the superpower of knowing the U.S. legal system.
Now that counts for something.
It does. I finished season 1 of the Great Pottery Throwdown.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It was pretty good. If you ever watched the Great British Bake Off, it's basically this in pottery form. Super chill. Everyone, it's nice. Everyone's helping each other. They're not like kicking people's pots over or anything. Worth a watch if you're just looking for a chill competition show.
And honestly, you learn a lot. That show does a really good job explaining a lot of stuff.
I know all about pottery stuffs now. Honestly, for some reason, it never dawned on me that porcelain was like a pottery thing. I don't know why.
Holy shit. That's actually incredible.
Well, I can see that.
That's porcelain.
Yeah. It looked, so we watched the last episode last night, and it looked like the porcelain was like super difficult yet fun to work with.
So the best way I would describe it is like porcelain is porcelain. Like there's earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. That has to do with what actually is used in the recipe for that clay. Earthenware gets fired at much lower temperatures. Stoneware is what you're typically experiencing with plates, with mugs, with anything that's actually like a usable item. And then porcelain is very, very different because the particles are so fine that it is clay emulsification. It's like crazy, crazy fine. But like stoneware can also come in a massive variety of like grit. Is this the best way I could use to describe it? Like how much grog there is in the clay, which allows it to have a lot of strength. Porcelain has zero grog. There is nothing providing it strength. What makes it incredibly difficult to work with is that it is like throwing with cream cheese. Like it legitimately like throwing with cream cheese. And you need a lot of control, and you need to understand the actual clay body enough to know where its limitations are so that you can take it and actually work with it. And most potters are very afraid of throwing with clay because it's very expensive, or with porcelain because it's very expensive. The materials that go into making porcelain are very, very expensive.
I believe it.
Yep.
I imagine the firing process also sucks for porcelain.
It's not much different.
Really? I thought it would be much more sensitive.
No, it just needs the only sensitivity for porcelain really is the throwing part. After that, after firing, it's fired to a really high temperature. It's much more likely to break as a piece once you're done with it, like fully fired, glazed, and everything, just because of how fine those particles are that make up the body. So when it gets vitrified, when all of the clay goes from being just kind of like hard enough that it won't deform to melting together and creating a solid body, a non-porous solid body, it's going to be more delicate than other kinds of clay that have that grit inside of it. They use bone ash. That's like the main component that makes it
Whose
expensive.
bones?
From my understanding, it's pig.
R.I.P. the pigs.
Yeah, I think it's pig bone ash.
Interesting.
Very.
But yeah,
the use of bones.
The Great Pottery Throwdown. Watch it once again if you're looking for a nice, chill little competition show and you want to learn a little bit about pots.
How many times did you cry when what's his name started crying?
Dude,
I cry so much.
He doesn't cry that much.
It's not that much, but like I'm honestly like, dude, I wish I could get that excited about literally anything in my life.
Oh my God, dude. I start like, it's hard for me not to cry when he starts to get choked up over stuff because I'm like, I feel you, man. I fucking feel you.
Like, good for you. I can't get over his hair.
Who cares? The dude is like a master potter. It doesn't matter.
That's great. That's great. Like, just, I want to take some scissors or something. Just.
You don't like his horns?
Sneak.
No, it's just, it looks off to me. Like, I feel like he takes effort and time out of his day to do that.
Derek, have you seen an image of this man?
I don't think you need to.
Yes, but I can't recall. I need to watch this show.
He's balding up top, has a little bit of what I would call like the late 50s dad hair still on top, but it's around the sides. And this man takes it and goes straight forward with it and ends in basically 2 points.
And just like, yeah, he gels it so it's like it's sticking like straight forward. Like it's like almost like a hat bill, like forward. He's making a little tiny little hat out of the hair he has left. And like personally, and this is just me, you do you, man. You do me. But like,
but here comes the judgment.
Just own it. Just own it.
He is.
Just own it. Own it without effort. Own it without effort.
I'm not finding any images of this dude on Google Images.
What is his name?
I know it's Keith. I don't know his last name.
I think he has since done something about it.
Keith Jones. Dude kills it in his pottery.
Yes.
Oh, wow. His hair is very weird. Okay.
Yeah, like
it's just,
I do think he kind of got rid of it though.
I think he did, but even still, it's not. Oh, these are probably older images I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think I get why he's still doing it based on his older pictures, because it worked before. It worked for him before.
It did. I am seeing some of those older pictures now where it was like still on the verge, but it's it's a lot.
He has since gotten rid of it. So it's just that first season, it'll throw you for a loop.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But the man is a stud when it comes to pottery. He knows his stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
He is very, very good at what he does.
Cool. Is this the horror Winnie the Pooh?
No, that's Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, which there is a second that I haven't seen.
Okay.
No, so I recently watched the Soviet era Winnie the Pooh. And when I say Soviet era,
son, where'd you find this?
it's on YouTube.
Okay.
When I say Soviet era, I literally mean this was made in the Soviet Union in the 60s, 70s.
Okay.
And it's Winnie the Pooh. It is almost beat
I know
for
what
beat Winnie the Pooh.
Vintage Pooks.
Something.
Is that right?
I watched the dub because yeah, but
Yeah.
it was Winnie the Pooh, but with some Russian spin to it. Pooh's kind of an asshole. He's just he's short, he's terse, and it was wild. I would not recommend it, but you can find it all on YouTube. There's only 3 episodes.
Okay, perfect.
The animation style is really interesting, though.
Okay. Cool.
I have seen this before. It is a trip.
A trip is a good word for it.
Okay. What else you got?
Shrek 5 trailer coming out 1 year from now. Get ready. Hold your butts.
Does it have the medieval torture device in it?
Probably. Shrek.
Okay.
Shrek is the torture device.
No, there is a dragon in Shrek. Donkey.
Okay. We're not doing this again.
Donkey procreates with a dragon. It makes little.
Well, that is a fact. Yes.
That is true.
Little ass dragons.
Demon spawns.
I believe I've seen torture devices in Shrek, actually.
No,
well,
yeah, 100%.
Duh. There's the whole Gingy scene in the first one. There's an Iron Maiden in the corner.
Yeah. Pinocchio's in a gallows type thing at one point.
Yep.
Someone's getting stretched, I'm sure.
Oh, they were being hung by their thumbs in the second one. Yeah.
And there's a dragon.
But yeah, there was a lot of controversy around this when it first came out, because people were upset that they changed the look of it. I didn't get the disdain for it, but whatever.
It's fine.
It was fine.
It's fine.
It wasn't made using the same tools as Shrek 1. Sue them. God. Those tools are 20 years old. Get over yourself.
Well, they just made Shrek older, didn't they?
They changed the look a little bit, but yeah.
They did.
I don't think it's anything to grab your pitchforks and hunt the ogres over, but...
It was no Sonic. Sonic, they fundamentally just boned. Shrek was fine.
They had to do the Sonic thing on purpose, right? That was just to generate hype, right?
I don't think so, man.
Right?
Oh, you know what? Donkey does look really fucking different.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Because the tools are different.
Well, yes and no. They did give him more stylized hair features that weren't... Obviously, the originals were blocky because of the limitations in technology, but this is yeah, I mean, you nailed it with the Sonic comparison. This is they took the idea of Sonic and said, but what if we made it real? And it turned into nightmare fuel.
No. Sonic and Shrek are you cannot compare them. Sonic was fucked. Shrek and Donkey are fine. They're just
they're
different.
fine. Donkey is very different.
I don't think he looks that different.
I think there is a difference, but it's not Sonic difference. They didn't give Donkey real human teeth. It's just.
I think they should have.
No, they shouldn't have. It doesn't work.
His mane is definitely his mohawk is definitely different.
There's differences, yes, but Donkey's older now. He's thinned out a little bit. Okay,
well, that's sort of Shrek doesn't look that different except in the eyebrows, and really it's just old man eyebrows.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys are looking at the trailer, that is them fixing it. This is the fixed version.
Oh, this is the fixed version.
You need to look at the version from months ago, or 6 months ago, or a year ago, or something. Because they received a bunch of backlash and postponed it, and then tried to fix it.
I feel like it's going to be hard to find this old trailer now
Almost
that they
certain.
just put out a new.
Either way, I think they were both fine. Like yeah, they're fine.
Cool. Jason, you watch anything?
I finished up. I guess not finished up, but I'm caught up to a few anime that are currently releasing right now. Which had Altier, which is fantastic, and then another sword. I think it's Wisteria of Wands and Swords, or Wands and Swords of Wisteria. Wisteria Wand and Sword, which ended up being way more of a banger than I had thought it was going to be going into it. It's one of those where it's like for every answer they give, it gives 2 more questions. And it's starting to like get really wild with like where it's going to go. I'm pretty stoked. Season 3 is going to be an absolute banger.
Cool.
That is one that's been on my watch list. I'll move that up because I need something to watch after I finish what I'm currently watching.
It's on the list. Oh, it would be on the list if I was logged in, and I don't feel like logging in right now. So it'll be on the list.
It will be on the list.
It will be on the list. Cool. Music box.
Do we have any music box?
No, I just wanted to get the quip to play.
Oh, great. Now it's going to do a random... These fucking guy.
That wasn't me.
Using your tools against you. And ultimately me, but it's fine. Gaming news. Gaming news. Gaming news. Gaming news.
Gaming news.
Gaming news. Gaming news.
It'll only do it the first time.
What other segments do I have that I can make? Okay, anyway. Where do we want to start here? Xbox is going to be closing down a bunch of their studios because, nothing screams financial success like closing down studios. Ninja Theory, who did the Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, that just had an announcement for the 3rd game, is going to be closing down. An Xbox-owned studio that just had a game announcement is closing down. I'll let that sink in for a little bit.
So there's a slight caveat. A lot of the people are going to be given the opportunity to relocate to other games and kind of redistribute. So it's not as heartless as it sounds, but it's not good.
But still,
maybe
how do you announce a game and then be like, announce the closure of the studio?
Well, what do you tell people? Hey, stop working for 3 months. We're going to shut everything down. No.
Yes.
No. Well,
what's happening with this game now? You tell me, Derek.
It'll either get shifted or canceled.
So why if you know you're shutting down the studio, why announce it?
They probably didn't know. Honestly.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice 3. And now I don't know. I don't know. I'm hurt.
Well, and that's the dumb part about all this. Xbox bought a bunch of studios. These people didn't just do whatever they felt like. Like, they took orders from Xbox, from Microsoft in some fashion. So this is Microsoft's doing. This isn't the studio's fault necessarily. I'm sure in some cases it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just titled Senua. They dropped the Hellblade.
Well,
and I think Sacrifice
just a further result of the restructuring of upper management on Xbox, right? Like, whenever new execs come in any company, there's always going to be massive shakeups regardless of what was already financially viable before, or what they determined to be financially viable, or what they were working on. Like, I've seen it happen so many times where all of a sudden, like, an entire division gets shut down when they're right before about to close like a massive deal on stuff, because the new upper management just doesn't want to deal with that industry or that part of the industry.
Well, and that lines up with Xbox shift from we're going to do everything. We're going to be on Xbox. We're going to be on PC, to now the new CEO being like, no, we're doing Xbox with all caps. Yeah, they've had a huge shift. Like they're taking games off PS5 that they were planning on putting there, which I think it makes sense overall, really.
I think that's a good call given what PlayStation did in response to the original announcement. If PlayStation wants to continue to be a fucking bitch about it, then Xbox should just equally be as bitchy.
Absolutely.
Yay, inclusivity. So it's gonna be great when cross-platform's not a thing and I won't be able to play with people on anything anymore.
Well, no. Cross-platform is not going to.
Isn't. Yeah, nope,
it's going away.
Around.
You heard it here first. Cross-platform on everything is going away.
But like Xbox is even gonna stop. They're gonna do more exclusives too. Same with Sony. They're both doing more console exclusives, which I think is really interesting. Because there was a huge push to get everything at least on PC, but not as much anymore.
Which I'm not a fan of as a PC gamer.
Yeah, no. I think that attitude will shift once again for the umpteenth time once PC components go back to being a little bit more available.
Yeah.
If you wanted to dive into a market because a lot of people were shifting towards it and the availability was going to be high, and then all of a sudden people can't shift to it because of price restriction things, making a pre-built system that has stuff that people want to play but only on that device makes sense from a company sales point.
But not my sales point. And once again, we know it's about me because apparently I helped make Spyro a new reality.
Yeah, this is a fun thing that the developers said. They said that No. They said that the consistent, the loud, and the returning fans really made this new Spyro game happen. So
I am actually low-key so excited for this one.
I'm as the kids would say, high-key excited.
Well, and that's the thing. Spyro has this weird, small but extremely dedicated fan base. So
I would not say I'm part of that extremely dedicated fan base, but I will play the new game.
Hey, how many of the Spyro games have you played?
At least the trilogy.
5.
Maybe a couple of the other ones here or there.
There were a few DS games, right?
I don't know, but I haven't talked about Spyro except for when I played the trilogy. Otherwise, new Spyro comes my way. Yeah, sure, I'll play some Spyro. I love that little purple medieval torture device, but we can't all I'm not out here on forums talking about Spyro, how I need more Spyro in my life. Man,
you gave him money and you're going to give him more money.
That's true. I did give them money.
Okay, I might have played more than 5.
See, okay, Jason's the true Spyro the medieval torture device fan.
So the original Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, Spyro Year of the Dragon is the trilogy. And then you have Spyro Season of Ice, which was a continuation of the trilogy, but separate. And then you have Season of Ice 2, or the second version of that, Season of Flame. I did not play Enter the Dragonfly. I did play Attack of the Rhinox on Game Boy Advance. This is a weird one. Did you know that Crash Bandicoot and Spyro had a collab game?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did not. That's incredible. And then A Hero's Tale. That probably was the last one that I played.
So you played almost all of them.
There are more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 that I did not play.
I think Spyro suffered from too many too quick. They were pumping Spyros out, and I personally stopped caring about 98, more Spyro.
99, 2000, 2002, 2004. And then that was just console games before it took a 14-year break. And then there was 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005 were handheld games.
Oh.
So I mean, there's a lot of Spyro real quick.
Yeah.
But I was also like 10,
a long time.
So I wasn't buying Spyro. I was okay with my like one Spyro game that I had.
I thought you were a much bigger fan than that.
Oh, you mean this Spyro tattoo? No.
And then we don't talk about Skylanders.
Oh, that's not a Spyro game.
It's Skylanders. It's not Spyro.
It's not. He was in it, but it's not.
He's fine. Man. Apparently Jason Toblerone helped make the new Spyro a reality.
Yes, Jason Toblerone.
Cool.
Our co-host.
Thanks, Jason Toblerone.
Thanks, Mr. Toblerone. I couldn't remember your last name. So it is now Toblerone.
So a couple, big news in the GTA 6 world. First, they announced the Grand Theft Auto 6 logo.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at that logo.
Ooh.
Which apparently is news now.
No. To be fair, I think for GTA 6 specifically, it is news.
Why?
Because it's literally going to be the biggest game in existence.
Well, I'm sorry. I do not. I get that Grand Theft Auto is a super popular series, but like
I don't understand.
I don't get the hype around this game.
I don't either, but people love this shit.
Why?
I'm sorry. Isn't that just the normal Grand Theft Auto logo
yes, it is.
Roman numeral 6?
It's a different color.
Vaporwave colors.
It's new colors. Yes.
I don't know, man.
And apparently them pre-orders beginning is also hot news. Like, this game is just a circle jerk. Can we stop the B-roll, please? This game is such a circle jerk of people wanting to play Grand Theft Auto, and I might be just old cranky man, get off my lawn, but like I don't get it. I don't get it.
Same.
I'm here to say Grand Theft Auto is not that good of a game.
Yes,
it's a good game.
It is the exact same logo from the 2001 release of the game, and all they've ever done. I'll give them this. Logo. 2001, they took auto and moved it over to include the 3 next to it.
Oh.
But the rest of them is that exact same stack. From what I can tell, nondescript changes in spacing of the letters and stuff, but the R goes into the H. It's offset stacking for literally every other game.
No. So there's some subtleties you're missing. So the one from Grand Theft Auto 6 has a 1 in front of the V. Or behind.
It'd be in front. Well, no, I guess it'd be behind.
For 6, it's afterwards.
Yeah, it'd be behind.
But that Grand Theft Auto 5 did not have that. That was
did have the
not
V.
there. Well, they had the V, but they didn't have the 1.
They did not have the 1.
They did not have the 1.
That is
it's
honestly,
very
between Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto 6, which are all the ones that use the Roman numerals, 6 is the only one that puts it behind. However, Grand Theft Auto 5 had a banner across the V that just said 5.
In case you can't get your Roman numerals. We're all inclusive. Grand Theft Auto is all inclusive. We're supporting everyone's ability to play Grand Theft Auto. So
Grand Theft Auto 5 was technically 55.
Yes.
5.
But no, I agree. I don't get the hype, but man, people love this shit. People just can't get enough of it. It's crazy.
Good.
Do you guys know anyone who's obsessed with this?
No.
Yes, many.
I don't.
I don't know a single fucking person.
So they're younger. That is what I will say. It is the kids younger than us.
The youths.
Truly. The youths. I'm not even joking. Yes, the 20s, the early to mid 20s.
I'm surprised the youths are into it.
The last game came out in 2013.
And
the
it's
youths
still
were
one of the
fetuses.
It's still one of the biggest games on the planet. Still, I think it's the most profitable.
There's no way.
I think it is. I truly do.
Well, if you're talking as a whole franchise, it's not, because Call of Duty has it beat hands down.
I don't know if that's true, man. People spend a lot of money on the online shit.
Maybe that's the thing. I've never gotten super into GTA Online. Maybe I just need to like make GTA my new MMO.
Please don't, Alex.
I'm dropping WoW. I'm gonna invest hard into GTA cash.
Play League.
Not
instead,
only
man.
does Call of Duty beat out Grand Theft Auto, but it doesn't even fall in the top 3.
Really? Wait, are you talking franchises or individual
franchises?
games?
Franchises.
No, I'm talking game, dog.
Which game is the most profitable in Grand Theft Auto? There is
Grand Theft
1,
Auto
2,
5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
It's
12,
gotta
13,
be
14,
5,
15, 16 with Grand Theft Auto 6. Because Mario, Tetris, and Pokemon are number 1 through 3.
Yeah, you're talking franchise, though. I'm talking individual game. Because absolutely Nintendo's got franchises that have made so much more money over the past, 3, 4 decades since the 80s. Absolutely.
I mean,
Pokemon? Fuck.
Tetris, Minecraft, then Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, my. Tetris, really?
Yeah.
Tetris is timeless.
Like, by a large margin.
Think of how many
Tetris with $520 million in sales. Minecraft, $350 million. Grand Theft Auto 5, $230.
No, but see, that doesn't include shark card purchases. That is probably base game sales. Grand Theft Auto pulls them in like $100, $100 million, like consistently. Easy. I'm still surprised Tetris is at the top, though. Minecraft, I'm not surprised. Minecraft was top for a long, long time. But Tetris
is timeless. Everyone wants to buy
yeah,
Tetris.
But who's buying Tetris now? Where are you? Where?
On your phone. You just buy the Tetris. Tetris Effect.
Oh
that was
God.
a great game.
The single highest is Honor of Kings, if you include in-game purchases.
I've never even heard of this.
$10 billion in lifetime gross revenue.
What?
Is that okay. It is a MOBA, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mobile MOBA.
Oh shit, if you account for inflation, Space Invaders from 1978 takes it, like, by a lot.
Wait, how?
Because in 1978, it did $14 million in gross revenue.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, be right back. Gonna play Honor of Kings for the rest of my life.
Is that a Chinese one?
It is.
So, okay, Derek, after doing a lot of quick Google searching and looking at these different things, consistently Grand Theft Auto is amongst the higher of modern day games, but it is not ever seated in the top position for modern day games.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Dungeon Fighter Online, which I've never even heard of.
Dungeon Fighter Online?
Dude,
Street Fighter.
I love me some Dungeon Fighter Online.
Oh my God, Fortnite, $20 billion.
Jesus.
Holy shit, Grand Theft Auto isn't even on this list. Yeah, no, I will give you that it is an incredibly profitable franchise and game. I will give you that. Like, it certainly did, like, top charting during the time it was released. But there are too many kings on this throne.
And some surprise kings.
I love that Space Invaders is the all-time number one.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
Dude, Dungeon Fighter Online seems like a weird... It seems like a mix between, like, Diablo and, like, Streets of Rage.
What?
Yeah.
That's not a... What?
It seems like a wild
I like
concept.
The splash art.
I mean, just from I'm purely looking at screenshots. I have not looked at any sort of gameplay.
No, I feel you on that. It does kind of look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Cool. Okay, moving on here. Someone else say something.
Sealed copy of Super Mario Bros. NES breaks the record for the highest value video game sold at auction for $3 million. I don't know who's buying that, but someone did.
Some collector somewhere.
$3 million though?
It's only going up.
Are you kidding me?
$3 million?
It's only
Not
going
only
up.
is it a sealed copy, but it was graded at a 9.6 by PSA. That's actually incredible. The fact that it's Super Mario Bros, like the Super Mario Bros, it is a video game historical piece that I can understand that because I've seen dumber shit go for more.
Yes, and I think that's also dumb.
At least this one can, like, in my mind, if I was a collector and I had that kind of money just hanging out waiting for me to buy something like that, I could see it.
Man, I just never got the hype about graded stuff.
It's not necessarily about the graded number on these things. It's more so like, yeah, that certainly increases the value, but that all that does is say how pristine that copy is. And in old video game stuff, that actually means something. Now, when you're talking about Pokemon cards getting graded, that is just psychotic.
No. I don't see the difference.
Oh, I think there's a massive difference. A Pokemon card that just released like this year that's graded a 9 point whatever, going for, $22,000 versus something that's a piece of fucking video game industry history that is from how many years ago now being graded that high. That is a big fucking difference.
What about like a first edition Charizard?
Anything that's old, anything that has that first, like, hey, this is from our first base set. This is from the first part of what became a massive, massive industry. That kind of stuff makes sense to me, but it's people who get cards graded, like they're just pulling cards to get them graded, and this set just came out, and it's like, oh yeah, this chase card graded this highly, made it a $4,000 card.
Well, yeah, but in 20 years, that'll be an old historical card.
No,
Could
because
be.
we're 30 years in.
No, it absolutely could be.
It could be.
That's the whole thing.
It
All
could be,
this is
but
speculative.
the Charizard still does. Charizard would still be the OG. Like, it's not replacing anything, even if it's
it's adding to
piece
it.
of history. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's all
this
dumb.
is very different.
I agree, it is different, but I think grading stuff in general is just dumb.
Yeah, I will agree with that. One of my favorite people in the Magic the Gathering community is this guy that spends a bunch of money getting graded Magic cards from dumb people who, like, who just want to make money, make a profit selling Magic cards. So they buy these things, get them graded, and sell them for high. He gets them and he cracks open the case.
Nice.
He's like, these are meant to be played.
Well, okay, now, caveat. I'm going to walk back to something I said. Grading makes sense if it's in a preservation. Specifically, I need to preserve this card, because those are very nice slabs. I will say
Yeah. PSA,
that makes sense.
hands down, golden standard for grading. Like, that is where it's at. But
Like literally protecting the cardboard. Sure.
Mhm.
But again, you probably don't need to grade it. You could probably just get the damn slabs and seal them yourself.
That you can.
Can you?
I mean, you could get
why not?
maybe not with the like PSA stuff, but I'm sure
you
could
don't
get
need the
those
tag
slabs.
on it, but
Yeah.
can you get a sealable tab? Or
I mean, yeah,
slab?
they just heat plastic. I'm sure you could.
Cool. Speaking of old things, Knights of the Old Republic is getting another expansion because
Dang.
that's what we need is more 15-year-old MMO expansions. Dude, I'm so pumped for Guild Wars 3. I will quit WoW for Guild Wars 3.
I mean, you're going to take a hiatus from WoW for Guild Wars 3.
I will hopefully quit WoW for Guild Wars 3.
I hope Guild Wars 3 is just WoW 2.0.
I don't think it will be. I have high hopes.
Based on what?
I have high hopes.
in this industry tells you that Guild Wars 3 is going to do it better.
I don't think they're going to kill WoW. I don't think it's going to be like the top MMO, but I do think that Guild Wars 3 has the opportunity to at least shift the genre to a modern kind of, I don't know the right word, to a more modern kind of take of what an MMO can be. It's not going to be a WoW killer like everything was in 2012, but I do think Guild Wars 3 has the opportunity to be different enough and has the following, has a decent amount of following that it can hopefully kind of take on these MMOs that have been out here for 10, 20 years that are just kind of maintaining the status quo. Like WoW announced their new patch for the next season, and it was basically more of the same thing. They're really not doing too much different, which, you know, the War Within, I don't know if they needed to necessarily do something super different. But from Dragonflight War Within to now Midnight, I mean, it's essentially still the same game.
Beta starts in fall of 2027
for Guild Wars.
Yeah,
it's going to be a bit.
I really want to see some actual gameplay footage before I make a decision on this, because I did enjoy Guild Wars 2 back in the day, but
and once again, fundamentally, I think it'll be more or less the same-ish formula. I did just read something today that they're going to try to find a middle ground between Guild Wars 1, where it was more focused on kind of like smaller group content, to Guild Wars 2, which was a lot of large-scale content. I think they said they want to make Guild Wars 3 kind of like a middle ground between those two. Which,
most importantly, no subscription fees.
No subscription fees, which I can also, I think it's really nice, because that, to me, I am more likely to just kind of hop in and out of it without that subscription fee versus WoW. Like, I gotta want to play WoW to be sub for it. Let's ignore the fact that I've been sub to WoW for a while, but like I've been actively playing WoW. But when I don't have a sub going, there'd be times where, like, you know, I kind of want to hop into WoW, play for a little bit, and then hop out. And I just straight up don't, because I don't want to do that sub fee.
I hope they release it and it's just like a different version of Lost Ark, where it's like almost like an ARPG.
I mean, I would be fine with that. Like, honestly, if it's an ARPG, an action RPG or something, and like I don't need like tab targeting anymore either. Like, I'll take a hack and slash MMO. I'll even like a Souls-like MMO. I'll take that. And
that would be sick.
I think it's doable, and that's kind of like Guild Wars 2 kind of is in that direction-ish. And that was 10 years ago.
As of right now, their system requirements for this game on Steam is only 65 gigabytes.
For Guild Wars 3?
Mm-hmm.
How does it have system requirements?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, they have minimum system requirements up already.
Sick. This is amazing that this started as a Knights of the Old Republic and we've moved on to Guild Wars 3.
I mean, who cares about Knights of the Old Republic at this point?
Apparently people do, enough that it's getting another expansion.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, in other old game news, The Division 2 is getting new seasonal content, which makes the Dark Zone more Dark Zone-y. I think this is just their response to extraction shooters blowing up.
Yep.
And
that's fair, because I haven't heard The Division in a little too late, I think. Time.
I don't know, man. I'm probably going to hop back in.
Are you?
I've been itching for that style gameplay. I love the cover shooter. It was so good.
I mean, I'd play.
This is one of my favorite shooters.
Division is great. It is a great game. I really enjoyed it. But do people still play this game?
If they're making content, people must play it.
I don't think that's a good standard to go by.
Dude, a company will not invest resources if they don't think it will make money. People must still be playing it.
There doesn't need to be people still playing it in order for them to justify, will it make money?
I think it's very, very hard to spend resources for a game that currently does not have an audience.
I'm sure it has some kind of audience, but I could almost guarantee you that the draw in the general gaming community towards extraction shooters alone gave them enough justification in their minds to do this.
For somewhat, yes, absolutely. And then, like Alex said, they're a little late to the game.
Well, okay, or are they super ahead of the game? Because they've been doing Dark Zone since Division 1, man. I was still living with my parents when that happened. So who's the real winner?
The people still playing the Division?
3 months ago, there were about 20,000 concurrent players for one day.
It's not
just
bad.
One day? Is that like the drop of a patch or something? Because they did have new content.
In March, yeah, okay, that's what it's showing. In March, it hit that peak because of the new content. Prior to that, it was sitting at about 3,000 people.
Whoa.
4,000. So yeah, I don't think that they have the player base justifying this, man. I think they're just getting in on an opportune market share.
If you isolate it to that one day where there were 20,000, I think they've got a leg to stand on.
Because that was March, and now we're back down to about 5,000, 7,000 players.
Well,
that's an improvement.
Honestly, it is an improvement. To be fair, this is also making the Dark Zone better for single player peoples. So...
Okay, which most of the people hopping in now would be because they would struggle to convince their friends to go back to this game.
Potentially, yes. It's just, I mean, it's hard. It's Division 2 is, I mean, the Division in general, it's a game where you need people to be playing it. Otherwise, it kind of isn't great. It's a very squad-based shooter.
If you look at a year worth of concurrent players, all the way up until that March point, so a total of 9 months, according to this graph, it was like an average of about 5,000 players concurrent.
Honestly, it's not bad. Terrible considering, dude, this game came out in 2019, 2020 or something.
I'm just saying, justifying the development of new content and releasing of new content on an old game doesn't have to come with a audience.
I think it does.
You have
to have an audience, otherwise people coming in will see nothing. There has to be something there. And 5,000 is a lot more than I was expecting, to be quite honest. That's pretty good.
I mean, that's concurrent players. Yeah, it's concurrent players. It's not like...
It doesn't feel like a lot.
No,
5,000... Okay, you gather 5,000 people in a room and tell me that's not a lot.
This is
you only need 4 people max for a squad. You just bunch them all together. I mean, this is a lot of squads.
It's a lot of squads.
It's a lot of squads.
More than 10.
I did some math. It's 1,250 squads.
It's a lot of squads. If you put 1,000 squads in a room together, it's a lot of squads.
Yeah, and if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Well, does she have pedals and a chain? I mean, just having wheels doesn't make it a bike.
That's true. My car has wheels. Is that a bike?
Yeah, my wheelchair has. I don't have a wheelchair, not my wheelchair. A wheelchair has wheels. It's not a bike.
He's got you there.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Plane's got wheels, no bike.
Okay. I don't particularly care to talk about anything else in gaming news unless somebody really wants to talk about something else in gaming news.
EU ruling against Stop Killing Games is pretty fucking devastating.
And surprising. Thank you. I actually did want to talk about this. I was actually genuinely surprised.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was too, with the way that stuff seemed to be going.
Well, and like California passed their law, but the EU didn't.
It's all up to California now.
I mean,
yeah.
The people who've been organizing the Stop Killing Games in the EU are still like hopeful, and they're going to try and continue pushing for it. But man, the EU has such good consumer protections. I was very surprised.
I think that there is a line to be drawn, though, between consumer protections and, like, I do genuinely believe that the Stop Killing Games movement is fantastic for the consumers, but I do think that it does put a larger constraint on the smaller studios.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And, like, a lot of EU studios are smaller. So they're protecting their own companies at the same time by not passing it as is. But I don't think it would take very many iterations in the EU to be able to pass a law that still has good consumer rights protections.
Cool.
But yeah, moment of silence.
Cool. Moment of silence for the Stop Killing Games being killed.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
All right. Moving on to things we played. I will start with the two games that I have been playing.
Lay it on us.
Adventures of Elliot. So Square Enix just 2 days ago, I believe, came out with their brand new 2.5 HD scroller. Not scroller. It is a scroller. Whatever. So it's basically isometric Zelda, top-down Zelda.
Ooh.
Meets Final Fantasy. And it feels like that. If like I feel like I'm playing Zelda basically, but then you have all like the Square kind of cutscenes and kind of magic and all that stuff, but still feels a lot like old school Zelda.
Nice.
I really like it. I my favorite Zeldas are the isometric Zeldas, so it feels pretty cozy. Story is decent so far. I'm only like 5 hours in, so not too far, but I will say the 5 hours I have played, I have not felt like I have played 5 hours. It seems to be going pretty quickly. It's also nice because I don't feel like I'm being like thrown cutscenes
like
every step I take, like a Final Fantasy game. There are definitely a lot of like there's a decent amount of text and kind of cutscene stuff, but like it's not overwhelming. And there's also a lot of kind of like places you can go that you don't necessarily need to. There's a lot of like mini dungeons kind of thrown out there.
Oh, I do love me some side quest content.
I will say it is it's open, but it's like kind of closed off at the same time.
Kind of like Zelda is?
Yeah.
You ever play Golden Sun?
No, I have not.
Okay.
But
that's kind of
like,
how I felt. That
you're super kind of on the rails. Like if you played a lot of other Square Enix games, like it's open, but you're on rails. Like there's only so many paths you can take or go. And it still does the same thing here. For anyone that's played Octopath Traveler, it's the same people who made that. It just doesn't have turn-based combat. It's that kind of, you're sitting there like swinging your sword 18 times to try to kill people. But it's fun. I would recommend so far. The other game I have played on my weeb journey is Wagotabi. I don't know if that's how you say it correctly.
Wagotabi.
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 So basically, because I don't like just like sitting there like studying flashcards and shit. So I was looking for a way to gamify my Japanese learning. Originally, I was just
disrespected.
as you should. No, it's just it's boring to me. Like I can't do it for that long.
100%.
So in order for me to find something that like I actually kind of want to do, besides sitting there going, okay, I was trying to find like. My original intent with this was to just try to find a game in Japanese that is easy to digest. Like a lot of people came up with Pokemon. Like you can go through Pokemon because there's not too much text in it, and like you could still essentially progress without necessarily knowing what's going on. So that was the thing. But then this game is literally catered towards like beginner Japanese learning. Like you start away at home and you're going to Japan. So it's like you need to learn how to speak Japanese to get along. And like, so you start at home and you get like a couple phrases and it's all in English, except for like the actual Japanese part. And then you get on a plane and you go to Japan and you're in an airport and like there's some people that speak English, there's some people that only speak Japanese, all that stuff. And then like you leave the airport and you're going out and like people speak more and more Japanese and less English as you go. But it's also nice because you get these learning, these little mini lessons as it goes on. My nose is itching.
How dare.
So what I'm hearing is it's Pajama Sam, but for learning Japanese.
I've never played Pajama Sam.
Wait.
You're not a millennial. You can't be.
This game is designed to teach Japanese.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
That's cool.
Correct. Yes. And like it was kind of funny. I was playing through it, and you can like click on stuff, and it'll show you the meaning. But if you haven't learned it, if your character like in game has not learned what that phrase means, it'll say, I don't know that phrase. So I was sitting there and I try to, translate everything before I like click on anything, see if I know on this. And like, I was just sitting there, I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I was like, okay, let's click on it and see what that means. It pops up. I don't know what that means. I was like, okay, well, at least we don't know what that means together.
Unless that sentence actually translates to, I don't know what that means.
Don't do that to him. It's going to give him a fucking complex.
No, it pops up if you haven't found the phrase. That would be wild though if that was actually what it was.
That'd be rude.
But no, so far it's not like it won't be your end all be all of learning the language, but it's a good supplement, which I can appreciate.
So are you doing like Rosetta Stone or something, or one of those other ones?
I'm doing a couple different things. I bought Lingo Deer, which is kind of like Duolingo, but in my personal opinion, better. But it's kind of the same format, so to say. There's just more to it than Duolingo gave you. And you could just
Does it also have like a computer platform for that?
You can, yeah.
Okay. I do like that.
Yeah, I just straight up, I think you could just like straight up buy the whole thing for just a little over $100 or something like that. So that's what I did.
Nice.
Once again, like this, I feel like learning a language also kind of sucks because there's not like one thing that'll get you there. You have to do this and this and then this and this. But it's a process of finding out some resources, but not overloading on the resources.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting there. But those are the games I played. So
nice.
Oh, and another thing we'll get to later. Go for it.
I'm gonna go for it. So I played the Star Fox demo.
How was it?
I had a lot of fun. It is Star Fox. I mean, it is just straight up Star Fox. If you played the N64 one, you've played this one. That being said, I finally got to showcase the Switch 2's actual capabilities, and it was gorgeous. It was 60 FPS, it was 4K, it was so nice. It was a beautiful game. I'm coming around to the character design choices.
Yeah.
I still wish they had just did what they used for the Mario movie, but it looks better on a nice, crisp 4K display.
I feel like if they use that, like that might be too much for this though. Yeah.
I would have preferred the cartoonier version.
Are you saying that direction versus like, so like you're saying cartoony versus like the kind of more realistic type of animals?
Yes.
Okay.
I would have preferred them do more cartoony.
Agreed.
Personally.
Agreed.
But no, the game was fine. They had one level that I was familiar with and I remembered, and you know, I played it as soon as I started playing. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of remember where these meteors kind of join up, and muscle memory kicked in a little bit, which is pretty cool. The one thing I did really want to comment on though is I tried the mouse controls. Who the fuck is this for? Nintendo, no, you're done. Okay, I get it. You want to do your Nintendo thing. Oh, look at us. We got Wiimotes. We got Joy-Cons. How am I supposed to interact with this mouse thing? It's awkward and it doesn't fit my hand right. And I'm sitting on a couch, so I'm like leaning over on a table. Oh my gosh, it was the worst. I kept dying because I could not. And they changed the control scheme around from like handheld Joy-Cons to mouse. Don't even try it. It's not worth it. It's horrible. It's not fun. It felt bad, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off because you had to complete the tutorial. Sorry.
Well, now I feel like I am legally obligated to try this.
It's just not. It would make sense if I was using it at a computer. Like a mouse fits at a computer because it's designed that way. My wrist is my chair and the table are at a good height. That's not the case at a TV with a coffee table.
Get a lap desk.
No, I'm just gonna play with a controller. Like it's designed, like the way it's designed to be.
It was also designed to have mouse controls, apparently.
No, it was not. No. This is Nintendo saying, "Oh, what if we made this be a mouse?" It is not. You'll try it. Try the mouse controls. It is not designed to be that way. It doesn't. Okay. It doesn't fit your hand.
I have a question about the mouse control. Is it?
Yes.
Is it like? What part is touching the surface?
So that is the side that connects to the Switch. So it's basically just sitting upright. Yes. And honestly,
my God. Fuck that.
Functionality-wise, it worked well. Like, it was responsive. If I intentionally
if your mouse was like a fucking, like, oh, no.
Yeah, no, it is dog shit. But it worked. It did work well. I just hated every moment of it.
The big question, are you getting this game after playing the demo?
So what? It's $50, $49.99? That's a bit much. I probably will, to be quite honest. But I'm not going to be happy about
Nintendo, it'll be on sale in like 8 years.
Well, that's
for
the problem.
$5 off.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm super worried about this and Ocarina of Time because it's going to be like $80 and I don't want to pay $80 for it. But guess what?
But you will.
I'm going to pay $120 for the fucking special edition and then feel like an asshole.
Is there a special edition?
There's think about
it. It's Ocarina of Time, man. Like, there's gonna be a special limited edition version of this that comes with some kind of fucking statue.
Yeah,
assholes like me will buy it. Guaranteed.
I think I was talking when disc golfing today, and one of the people's like, yeah, I'm gonna probably be punching in on the Switch too, just because Ocarina of Time was announced.
It is one of the first console sellers I've seen them put out.
Which is wild that an N64 game is
that a
Nintendo
remake
Switch
is a fucking console seller. Dude, I could go off on this. I didn't.
All right, let's not.
Today.
Let's not.
No.
Jason, what'd you play? let's cool. Fan him down.
All right. I played a stupid little game called Gamble with Your Friends.
How was this?
Dude, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people on my friends list playing it. Mostly WoW people that I play with.
Yeah, way too much fun. I was not expecting it to be as enjoyable as it was. I thought it'd be some silly little thing that I'd try my hand at. But I think what really sold it for me is I got this to play with my two brothers. Very rarely do the three of us get together and actually play video games. Just
you have a second brother?
Schedules. Yeah. Matt's the youngest. He's 6 years younger than me.
We've been talking for a long time playing D&D and whatnot, but I've never heard you mention a third brother or a second brother.
Yes, yeah. The middle brother is Nick. He is 3 years younger than me, 3 years older than Matt. His work keeps him pretty busy most days. Like he'll be working like a 9 to 5, but end at 8 p.m. most days.
Bummer.
So he gets compensated for it, and it's a good way for him to make a lot of money. So he's doing him. I can respect that. But on the rare occasion we do get together and play games, the three of us, and it's always a blast. But this one, I got to see my family addiction, like the addiction that runs through my family, come out full force. And at one point I just stopped gambling and watched these two go and like lose their minds. All of a sudden I'm sitting at blackjack. I'm playing blackjack, making a little bit, losing a little bit. And then I hear something and I walk over to the roulette table, and it's both of my brothers sitting there rolling dice. All right, four. I need 4. Show me 4. Okay. 2. I need 2. Show me 2. And then when they do really well, it's like immediate dopamine addiction and like needing to continue. I have not seen those two react as strongly to a video game we play. And it's just gambling. That's all it is. Straight up.
I was gonna say, it looks like it's just gambling. It's a casino.
You get money from a loan shark, and you have to every day make a little bit more than what you start with. And so even if like there was one day where you always start with 1,000, and the first thing is always 1,200. I think Matt did something insane in shooting craps that took us to like 34,000 in the first day. And the next day, the thing was like 40,000. So it just always adds on to wherever it is you end up. You can't like exceed what the next day's quota is. It's fun. It is a lot of fun. And there are multiple times where we're like on a fucking roll. Like we got up to 700K at one point, went in the next day and lost it in the first 2 minutes. All nice. 700K. So like it is gambling. Yeah, it is gambling. It is incredibly fun. It's way more fun than you think it is. It sounds stupid, but it is like when the day concludes, it shows you a graph of how each person did, and it shows you their ups and downs, their losses and wins. And then it shows you like for the day what they were up and down, and then total for the session what they're up and down. And it is a lot of fun to keep track of that kind of stuff. But it's a good thing that my brothers don't gamble in real life. And Nick goes, we end the session and Nick goes, they're building a casino like 4 blocks down the street from my house.
Ooh. You gotta call them and ban him.
I think the absolute best part of this game, though, when you launch it, shows up as a coin and it says, "Are you feeling lucky?" And you get a yes and a no option. You select no, the game closes. You select yes, it flips the coin. And if it ends up on tails, it closes the game. So day 2, I log in to play this. I flipped a tails 7 times in a row. And it took me a solid 5 minutes to get into this game. It's like a game before the game. But once I was in, I was raring to fucking go. I wish there was a way to turn it off. There is currently not.
I hope they don't add it.
I just like it shouldn't do it like 7 times in a row. The probability of that is so low.
That's gambling, though.
I get that, but statistical numbers and probability are a thing.
Dude, okay. Alec, we went to a local Pokemon tournament one time, and his opponent hit tails like 15 or 20 times in a row. It was insane.
That is actually insane.
The odds were...
that is the only reason I won that game, because this dude just kept flipping tails. And I was like, dude, I feel bad, man. Like, I should not have won this. He was just like, it is what it is.
Well, he was also paying a meme deck, like a really troll deck. Still, it was a good troll deck.
That's one thing I don't like. I play a lot of Pokemon Pocket still, and the one thing I dislike about it is that the coin flip is not random. You have control over the strength and velocity that you send the coin, and people have been figuring out, if I do it this way, every single time I can land heads.
Oh,
and they have not changed it for well over a year now. It's bad.
Pokemon.
Yeah, that it's funny. They released a statement, what was it, at the beginning of this year, that was like, we do really good at bringing in new players, but our player retention is so bad and we don't know why. And there's like at least 5 main reasons why. And I still do it just because I love ripping the packs, but it's not well designed. Like, not for retaining players, and especially not the gameplay. 20 card decks is bad. It's not a good time.
Just play Pokemon TCGL.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Pokemon.
Yeah. My biggest issue with Pokemon is that there isn't really interaction. That's the main reason I've always had an issue with it, is I watch you take your turn. Some things affect me, but I can't do anything about them.
Sure.
And then I take my turn, same thing. That's I think why I like Magic so much, is it just has player involvement on every single part of the game. Other than that, I checked out Mecha Chameleon. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos of this one. You play as a like all white, like think about like the bathroom person design, where it's like a ball for a head and it's just like 2 arms and 2 legs that are straight, circular at the end, and you go around and you find places to hide, and then you can paint on your body using an entire like mini Photoshop painter inside the game to blend in with the environment. And then they release the hunters, and the hunters try to find the people who are hiding. There's been lots of really good streamer content for this one. Biggest complaint I have for it is, one, if you don't have a lobby for, 10 people that make it private, invite the people. They need something for lobby names, like some kind of filter, because it's the internet and people have been heinous in the lobby names.
I'm sure.
But also, if like you have a friend and you're trying to play with just one other person and find a random lobby, getting into a lobby together is its own personal hell. It took me and Adam a solid 20 minutes just to find a lobby that we got into eventually.
Oh my gosh.
It was not good. There's no filtering when you go to search for open lobbies and whatnot. It is awful. UI is bad. Everything about it is bad. The actual act of doing it, though, is so much fun that if they can clean up that part of it, I think this game will take off. It's a little jank. People have made a lot of fun modded maps like Nuketown, the Smithsonian, the Louvre. It's like people have put in a lot of dedicated effort into making maps for this game, so that's a lot of fun. And the base maps are also a lot of fun, but it's I've seen some really stupid ones where people just like put no effort into the painting but choose the right spot and people can't find them. Or like the last round I played, when we were playing, I decided to jump up on the wall on some graffiti, and I extended the graffiti over my body. And I spent a lot of time getting it looking really good, and I actually survived. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I'm really happy that there seems to have been over the past year or two like a resurgence or explosion in these like indie small party games that are really, really fun for like you and your boys. But
yes,
there's always issues like that. Like, it's going to be janky. and that's kind of half the fun, though.
Yeah, this one you can get up to 24 people in a lobby.
Oh.
So you can go pretty big, but you can also set it up to be like, I think 6 or 5 at the lowest. So it's got a good range. But if people want to get it, try it out, hit me up. I'm down. It's cheap. It's super cheap. So it's gamble with your friends.
This is a certified hood classic.
That is a certified hood classic. Absolutely.
Hood UI for sure.
And the last thing that Jason played is Baldur Gates 3.
So did you.
I know.
Well, he hosted
That's
it.
how I knew. That's how I know. Yeah, it's my game. You can't play without me.
Watch me.
Okay. It's fine. Can you actually play it? Like, could you like
No.
boot up your character?
You have the save file. My character exists in your world. I don't even go to a character selection screen when going into your save. I just find your lobby, join it, and I join in on my character.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow.
So I have Jason's life in my hand.
That's okay. I fucked up bad. At the
You
end
killed
of
a dog.
I did not kill a dog. I did not kill a dog. I ran away from the dog. I just pissed it off.
It's okay, Jason. In your world, Alec killed a human, so I think it balances.
I know.
Skews
right?
a little bit,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
When did I kill a human?
You remember that guard? You literally just obliterated their mind.
I just love that he goes, I hope this doesn't kill him. Rolls the dice. It was
Almost
like
max
5
damage.
points more.
You mean
necessary.
we collectively killed someone in his D&D campaign?
I'm sorry. Did everyone lose a spell slot for that one?
I believe so. It was
I
really
did
weird
actually,
how it
yes, I did.
happened.
Yeah. I don't have spells, but I lost one.
Yeah, it was really weird. It's just
Oh, man.
No, I've tried firing up Baldur's Gate 3 a couple of times. Try playing it solo. It's an awesome game. Super, super cool. But the draw of it to me is the D&D side. And I want to do that with friends. So being able to play with people has definitely made my interest stronger in the game. And I think as we progress, it'll keep getting stronger as the story develops.
if we don't die.
If we don't die, which we have had a couple of instances of one really bad one where we couldn't actually revive the people, because if we had, they would have just stood up into the trap that they set off and die instantaneously again.
You can't like move their body.
Nope. Because no one could go into the room.
There's been a little
entire
save
room.
scumming. We're trying not to save scum a lot, but like I feel like you kind of got to on some of this.
We did for that one because it was like literally right after the Illithid ship, like right after the beginning of the game, and then people started dying. So that was 2 out of our 4 party members dead without being able to be retrieved. The other one, it's for the dog. I mean, it's for the dog. And that's not really save scumming. There was an auto save.
Well, technically, we might be back. I haven't checked it, but we might be back a little further than I would have liked.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
fine.
Man, I get it, but like, so like when I play RimWorld, I'll save scum if I lose someone super important, because you know that's the story I want to tell. So I get the desire to do it as little as possible, but I'll never feel bad when I'm like, no, I fucked this up, or oh, that was not fair. I'm going to reload. Like, yeah.
Like, and go ahead.
In this instance, I also, so there was this dog that was protecting his owner, and Jason was able to speak to him because he had animal friendship, or speak with animals, whatever.
Speak with animals, yeah.
And there was, and this is one of my like big gripes with Baldur's Gate is like you'll click on a line of dialogue and something that you wouldn't even think of a remote possibility happens. Like the line that Jason clicked on was like, shout at the owner
to prove that he's dead.
To prove that he's dead. So this dog would go away.
After like 4 other dialogue selections in which I had gained the dog's trust. And all of a sudden, he was like, no, fuck you. And he immediately went into combat. It was bad.
I mean, does it actually work like D&D where like you two essentially rolled against each other? And
for some things, yes. Well, no, actually, usually there's just like it'll show you the check that you need to get, and then you have to roll based on that check.
Sure.
Yeah, but this wasn't even a roll. He just shouted at this dead person's corpse, and the dog just started attacking.
Well, yeah.
Well, that was after he made friends, and like the two dialogue options were wait for me at my camp or
shout at this dead man, yes.
Or shout at
it wasn't wait
man.
for me at my camp. It was, hey, if your owner doesn't wake up, you can find my camp and wait there. And I'm like, okay, how long am I going to have to wait to get this fucking dog at my camp?
No. You fucked that up, dude. If you this dog does not know his owner's dead, and you're yelling at the owner, his person.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I walked up and said, hey, your owner's dead, come with me. And he was like, no. And then I shouted. There was like several dialogue options in which I gained the dog's trust. I like got to the point where the dog was fine with me. And we had like a back and forth about it. And I was like, okay, at this point, I've built up enough of a rapport with the dog to like, if I do something, he knows I'm not being aggressive. Like there was an earlier dialogue option that said, I am not your enemy. I won't hurt you. And then
you scream at his person.
And then multiple things happened. And then I was like, okay, I've developed enough of trust with this dog that if I prove to him that his owner is dead, he will come with me.
We also tried running away. And
I succeeded.
Most of the party ran away, except for we have a cleric in this group who could not move fast, and when he would dash, the dog would dash after. The only way to get this out of combat was for the cleric to die.
And then use a scroll of Revivify.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's what you should have done. I don't know, man.
I did that. But the dog wouldn't show up at camp
anymore. Or we could have murdered the dog. Our options were get murdered or murdered.
No.
Get murdered or murder.
Take a step back. Don't scream at this dog's dead owner.
You weren't there. You weren't there.
To also say, if you're the person listening in on conversations, you have zero effect on decision making. You can click next to it and be like, that's the option I would choose, but it takes into account 0% of what that's happening. I kind of do wish
Matt is bad.
Yeah, Matt is pretty bad. I kind of do wish that they did what Knights of the Old Republic does, and it like if like two people chose different options, it would like 50-50 it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish,
or if you were like close enough to the conversation, you didn't just click the listen into button, and you were like close enough to be a part of the conversation, that it would give you the opportunity to step in on the conversation.
That would also be nice.
That would be super cool. I think that would add a lot of that traditional D&D role playing into those kinds of cutscenes. But it's the dog was mean. After combat started, I hit it with animal friendship to charm it and succeeded. And it wouldn't attack my character anymore, but it was still very aggressive towards the other characters. So I ran away totally fine.
I also ran away. It's fine. Baldur's Gate is a good game.
Yeah,
it is.
I still need to play it one of these days.
Oh, you can play it with us.
You guys already have a party of 4.
It's fine.
You know, everyone keeps telling us that.
Isn't that a max party though?
It is.
Yeah.
In game 2, when you get to the people that you can recruit, you can be like, the dialogue options will lead to, yeah, join my party. And every single option is like, great. And then it pauses. Oh, but it looks like you have a big enough group as is.
So our group is
all
big.
right, man.
Our group is big enough. Remember that.
Well,
would you say the max
Jen,
group
remember,
is
my
4
group is
or
big
5?
I don't want to play with a group that's into killing dogs. It's kind of not my style, you know.
We didn't kill the dog.
The dog is not dead.
The dog was dead for a moment.
No. At no point was we were dead. The dog is alive. We died for the dog to live.
Wait.
Adamantly refused to kill the dog after it engaged in combat with us.
So you did kill the cleric and then revivified him.
Yeah,
the dog killed the cleric.
Yeah. The three of us ran away, and the one that couldn't died to not.
And the
kill
dog
the dog
kept attacking this body. It didn't just like down the cleric and run away. It made sure the cleric was dead.
It downed it and then went through the 3 death saves.
Hey, Jason, I'm sorry. I think this dog's an asshole. This dog is a good boy. This dog is a good boy. That dog is not a good boy.
He was protecting his master. I fucked up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the bad owner.
Dude, speaking of, I had a really cool interaction with the dog the other morning. I was doing an Amazon delivery, and this dog comes up. It's way off in the boonies in the farmlands. I drop this package where there's a sign that says leave packages here. This fucking dog comes up, takes the package, walks it back to the house. It was amazing.
What a guy.
What a fucking bro.
That's awesome.
Holy shit.
You're going to have to deliver the same package in 2 days. Because the dog took it and destroyed it.
I'm going to pretend that dog is trained to do that. I actually had the thought too. I said, man, I hope this guy gets his shit.
Oh, well. Cool. Well, I think that about does it for us. Here's Derek with the plugs.
Find us on the internet at spudcast.net. We're on YouTube at CT Spudcast. Alex, did you change that back, by the way?
I did. It is CT Spudcast on YouTube.
Thank you. We're at CT Spudcast on Instagram. Pretty much literally everywhere at CT Spudcast. Check out our shorts. We're finally going to be adding the third-person feature. Awesome. Don't find Jason anywhere. He does not exist on the internet.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. I don't exist.
Oh shit! But thanks for tuning in. Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube, which seems to be our biggest audience now, which is pretty interesting. Subscribers really help. Same with likes. Get us out there. Share us with your friends. Burn a mixtape on a cassette and leave it in your public library.
This is a certified hood classic.
That would
I've
be
made a mistake. I've made a mistake.
I'm going to be requesting
he won't always be here. It's fine.
No. This is exactly what I wanted. But yeah, check us out. Share us around. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Bye. You gave too much